So, hello movie and TV fans, welcome to the Series 9 review for Doctor Who. Now obviously, just coming off of the Series 8 review, I'm hoping to get this one done a lot quicker than the Series 8 review, but obviously we are now approaching the later half of this Doctor Who series, the Doctor Who review era, obviously with Series 9, a series I've seen very much, and then obviously the next series being Series 10, one that I have not yet reviewed, so it's going to be an interesting review and a bit of an experiment, which I'll probably go more in depth with at the beginning of that episode. But here, Series 9 is very much a series that I remember and know a lot about, and is apparent as soon as I started switching on The Magician's Apprentice, which is our debut episode of this series. It immediately just pulled me back into when this episode came out and seeing all that stuff. But before we delve into The Magician's Apprentice, we're just going to go over the series as a whole and what we've got to expect from it coming forward. So we've got the opening two-parter, The Magician's Apprentice, The Witch is Familiar. We have Under the Lake, Before the Flood, The Girl Who Died, The Woman Who Lived, which I believe is a two-parter, but I don't think it is. It's just cool sounding. The Zygon Invasion, The Zygon Inversion, which is a two-parter. Sleep No More, Face the Raven, which is Clara's final episode, and then Heaven Sent, Hellbent, and then Husbands of Riversong, and The Doctor, and The Return of Dr. Mysterio, which I'm using both of those specials as for this series. But yeah, like I said, Series 9 is another one that I very much fondly remember, even from the opening two-parters very well. And I've always enjoyed Series 9 as well. Like I said, Series 8 and 9 are probably you asked me to pick two favourite series from the whole of Doctor Who, it would be 8 and 9, just because of how much I just have a fucking great memory of them. And it no doubt starts with The Magician's Apprentice, which is a fantastic episode that starts with the jets stopping. It's cool to see Missy again, and the confession dialogue thing is quite interesting as well. To see Davos back is also fantastic, and I can't lie, Davos is sick here. To see the classic different Daleks is cool as well, and obviously Davos plays clips of all the previous Doctors talking to Davos, which is kind of sick. Obviously the last time we saw Davos in Doctor Who was with the 10th Doctor, so it's a bit. It's one of those things where the 11th Doctor never really met the Master or Davros, but it doesn't bother me because the 11th Doctor is, but yeah, like I said, it's a fantastic episode. I like seeing Davos, and Clara here is fantastic because she's being pushed to some very high level unit operative most of the time, but we see her teaching at the beginning. That's cool. To see Missy almost look like she's turning good, and then obviously kill those people and not be good, that's also sick too. And but yeah, the whole episode is just fantastic. It's one of my favourite episodes of New Who, like, no doubt. I'm not even trying to kid this time, it genuinely is. And it just, it's very well paced, it's very well, the music is fantastic as it always is. So that's just it's really genuinely just a really fantastic episode, and I think, like I said, pacing wise it's fantastic. And I just want to mention this, and I've mentioned it in Series 8, but I do believe it to be true in both Series 8 and Series 9, that the set design and the actual visual look of Doctor Who definitely, at least for a while, well, no, it is obviously getting better and better, and with these two series I think it's really hitting its peak. Obviously Series 11 and 12 also look visually fantastic, but I feel like these two series have a very distinctive visual style that is really cool, that I really like. So that's just what I really like about Series 8 and 9. They have fantastic visual style, the sets design, the costume design, and all of that is fantastic. I don't know who was the set or costume designer for this series, but they did a fucking fantastic job either way. And like I said, visually it's a fantastic looking series, and I can't wait to delve deeper into Series 9. And as obviously now we know, we didn't know when it came out, that, well, we did actually, because I'm just reading an article from around the time, but this is obviously Clara's final series with Doctor Who as the companion. Obviously that is in Face the Raven, which is an interesting episode, but like I said, episodes to me that I remember very vividly, Under the Lake and Sleep No More, are two that I remember very, very vividly. I also feel like I remember the girl who died, but not too much. But obviously I do remember the Magician's Apprentice, which is familiar. And I think I do remember Heaven Sent and Hell Bent. And then obviously the Husbands of Riversong is one of my favourite, if not I think my singular favourite Christmas special, because it's so fucking good. And I haven't seen the Return of Dr. Mysterio in a very long time, but hey, we look forward to it. But yeah, I'm also quite excited for Series 10. Obviously, like it's obviously a series I've never seen before, so there's that to it. Yeah, like I said, the 12th Doctor is a fantastic Doctor as well. Like I said, he's my third favourite Doctor because I just really like 13 and I like 11 as well. But I think, to be fair, I could probably put 13 and 12 at a tie at points, but I just think 13's been absolutely fantastic, and I think 12 is as well. And you know, going forward, I can't wait to get to those series 11 and 12 as well. But yeah, series 9 is fantastic. I very much have fond memories of series 9, much with series 8. If you ask me to say which one I preferred, I'm afraid I'm not going to answer that question because I just cannot choose which series is better, 8 or 9. Just factually, no, basically. So, sorry about that. But yeah. This series is approaching 60 years old now, so it's fantastic to see that. And obviously, it's a fantastic series and a television show that's been part of my life for quite a while now. So yeah, I'm just happy to continue reviewing it, and I'm not gonna lie, I do want to get it over and done with. But personally, series 9 is a point where I'm happy to do it, and that's where I am contemplating just not doing series 10 because I don't know, I haven't seen it, so I just don't feel like there's enough of a reason to do it. But at the same time, I feel like I probably should be doing it, so I probably am going to do it. And obviously series 11 and 12 are also very special to me, but yeah, we'll get to all of that eventually. And yeah, this has been my review of Doctor Who, series 9, episode 1, The Magician's Apprentice. I'm not reviewing the new series prologue because it's not worth it personally, but yeah, I did watch the prologue rather though before watching the series, so yeah. Thanks for sticking for this review and sticking with me for all this Doctor Who stuff. Obviously, go check out the Series 8 review, which, as of the time of recording, went out just yesterday. Big upset, obviously, towards the end of that, I felt like my way I speak about things is improving. I'm trying to improve that quite a lot, because I'm trying to do two things. Not speak as fast, and stop going, this is a good episode, this is really cool, I really like this, blah, 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 that sort of stuff. So I'm trying to just find ways of making and improving my content, because that's, you know, what I want to do. I only do this for fun. I don't do this for profit, because there's no way I'd ever do this for profit, even if I got enough subscribers, because I use so much copyrighted content that 90% of my videos are copyright claims. So if I did somehow get enough subscribers to make money off of it, there'd be barely any videos that would make money for me, and I just don't care, because, you know, I'm doing this out of my creative passion and enjoyment. I just love movies and TV shows, and I love talking about them, so what better way to do it than, you know, on a free public platform like this. So I hope you've enjoyed my content and stuff like that, and, you know, thanks for checking out all my videos. Anyone who does, big ups for the people checking the vlog as well, which is mad. But yeah, going as my review of Doctor Who Series 9, Episode 2, The Witch is Familiar, coming at you right about now. Right, so Doctor Who Series 9, Episode 2, The Witch is Familiar. Let me see if I can just find the tab. There it is. The Witch is Familiar now. To see Missy and Clara interact with each other is lots and lots of fun, I can't lie. 12 is on top form here. It's like I said, it's really cool to see Davos as well, and I think Davos is very well not executed, but he's very well performed here by the actress. To see the funny moments of the Doctor in the chair saying, "Admitted you had this exact nightmare once," and anyone for Dodge is very funny. 12 is funny at the appropriate times. See Clara and the Dalek is pretty sick as well. the ending is pretty cool, where obviously the ancient Daleks are all coming up and stuff. That's really sick. See Missy figure it out and stuff as well. Like I said, Missy, I think I haven't mentioned this enough yet in the series, that previous series review, but Missy is fucking fantastic. She's played brilliantly by Michelle Gomez. Obviously both Michelle Gomez and Peter Capaldi are Scottish. Obviously they do have, you know, it's interesting to see them both be Scottish and stuff. And it's also good to see them just, you know, go off of each other, because they clearly are two incredibly talented actors who are just bounce off each other perfectly in the way they do. So I'm you know, I think that's a fantastic part of the episode. You know, Missy's always been a favourite master of mine, I can't lie. And although I haven't seen her ending parts in series 10, for what I've seen her in 8 and 9, she's a fantastic master, I can't lie. And obviously it was the first step towards having a female doctor, is having a female master. Which is, you know, I think that was a sick concept at the time, and obviously continuing that concept with the female doctor is pretty fucking sick too, I can't lie. But yeah, like I said, it's just a genuinely incredibly enjoyable episode. I know I keep saying that, but it is so well structured. Again, like I said, the sets, I think the set here that I really like is the Dalek, I don't know, I can't remember, it's got a name, but I can't remember what it's called. It's the one where all the Daleks are in it. The Infirmary, the Control Room, something like that. And I think it's really sick. I like that set. We see all three main characters in that set: Clara, Missy, and 12, albeit Clara is inside a Dalek shell while that's occurring, but even still, it's just really cool to see all of them in that set. And you know, it's really cool set, and I really like it. It's just so well designed, and to see all the different variants of Daleks. You know, there's one from one of the 80s episodes with the big pointy thing, with the bigger one, and then there's obviously the original classic version of them that we see. Plus, to see so many different Daleks in there is really cool as well. And yeah, it's just a genuinely really enjoyable episode. To see Skaro again is fantastic. You know, Davos's whole plan is interesting, to say the least, and I think it does work in a conventional way, and it does work well on screen as well. So I'm happy that happened, because it's quite fun. And yeah, it's just an overall a fantastic episode of Doctor Who. Series 8 and Series 9, like I said, I can't keep telling you enough how much I love both these series, albeit maybe 8 just a slightly bit more. I couldn't really tell you that, because I haven't seen 9 in a while, like I said, but fantastic series, fantastic series. Not, I can't lie to you. It's only just occurred to me that Series 14 will have the 14th Doctor debuting, and it's something like that's not going to happen for a very long time again. In fact, I don't think it ever will. I can't lie. But yeah, I love this episode. I love this two-part. It's fantastic. I think, like I said, the top half is fantastic here. Davos, it's really sick to see Davos again, I think. And yeah, it's just an overall a very well-made, competent episode of Doctor Who that I think is probably one of the more fan-favourite episodes. The two-parter, I think, is really fun. I don't know. I haven't read a lot of online about it and that, but yeah, like I said, it's just an overall fucking brilliant episode. And yeah, music from Murray Gold again is fantastic, as fucking always. But yeah, this has been my review of Doctor Who, Series 9, Episode 2, The Witch's Mirror. Coming up now is my review of Doctor Who, Series 9, Episode 3, Under the Lake, coming at you right about now. Oh yeah. Yo, we're back with Doctor Who Series 9, Episode fucking 69. No, I'm joking. Episode 3, Under the Lake. Now, I've always enjoyed this episode. I think that the ghosts are really cool. It's cool to see 12 be different quite a lot of the time, to try and figure stuff out, and then there's a side of 12 we see here that isn't his normal side, and I like that a lot. But Clara's also pretty top notch here. The side characters here are all really quite good actually, and the concept of being under the lake and stuff is really sick. And obviously I've come to the conclusion that Series 9 is all just two-parters, apart from maybe Face the Raven. 90% sure, but I'm 90% sure the rest of it is literally just two-parters. So but yeah, Under the Lake, it's a lot of fun, I can't lie. I generally do enjoy it, and I can't lie to you when I say that I think the ghosts are cool. If not, I like that there's that bit of creepy factor to them, you know, they're actually quite scary when you look at them, and I think that adds to that sort of idea that Sidney Newman had, where there's got to be some episodes that scare the kids a little bit, and this is one of those episodes, if you ask me, that stays true to fuck off. It stays true to Sidney Newman's view of Doctor Who as a whole, and I think that's just a fantastic, you know, concept and that. But yeah, it's just as a whole. It's just as a whole a fantastic episode. I can't lie to you when I say that it is genuinely one of the best episodes. Well, not really. I can't say that. That's not true. I was just exaggerating. But it's fun, and I can't lie when I say to you that conceptually it's really fun. I think the designs of the characters, the ghosts as they're called, is really cool. I like where we end off and stuff is really fun. And I can't wait to see what happens in episode 4 Before the Flood, which, you know, I remember that two-parter very well, to an extent I suppose, and that is what's coming up now. My view of episode 4 Before the Flood. Coming at you right about fucking now. By the way, Ryan Gold's music is always fantastic. I can't lie. I used to think that the second Nickelodeon was better, but I think that basically even Stevens now, not gonna lie. But I am of the person where if you were to ask me in a debate who I would decide for, it would be Sega Nakanola. And that's purely because I want people to understand that he's not bad. He's not just a lackluster replacement. He is just as good as Murray Gold. But anyway, that's a discussion for series 11 and 12. But yeah, this has been episode 3 of series 9. Now it's series 9, episode 4, Before the Flood, review right now. Yo, Doctor Who, series 9, episode 4, Before the Flood. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you, I enjoyed this episode too. The fish thing, I can't remember what it's called. The fisherman or something like that. It's not exactly the best film, but I still think the way the story is told and the way it's structured is fucking fantastic. I can't lie to you, I also quite think 12 and Clara are doing quite well here as well, and the supporting cast is fantastic as well, as was with the previous episode. It is a two-parter, and it's convincing me more that this whole thing is two-parters, I think, except for Face of Earth, I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, it's just an all-rounder really. I do enjoy it. I think it's fun. I like. It's very one of those episodes that plays on almost horror, and I quite like that. But it's not spooky horror. It's not body horror. It's not gory horror. It's not that scary horror. But it's still horror at the same time. You know what I mean? And I think that's kind of cool. I can't lie to you. I like its use of that. I like them going back in time and seeing the thing before the flood. That's really fun. Obviously, the episode gets its name from that, Before the Flood. You know, you're done now. But yeah, it's just overall fun. I can't lie to you. I really enjoy the episode. I think it's fucking fantastic. And you know, like I said, it's a great two-parter that does that horror thriller thing that Escape Room does, but it does it quite well here, and I think that really helps make it one of the more intriguing two-parters of this series 9, which you know, I'm happy to say that it's a really good episode. I enjoy it thoroughly. I can't lie. One of my favourite characters is O'Donnell, because she is a character that name drops Rose, Martha, Amy. Will get name dropped in this episode. That's fantastic. Unit gets mentioned, so that's really cool to see. Yeah, overall, it's a great two-part. I can't lie to you. It's cool to see them go back in their own time stream and stuff like that. And you know, it's just like I said, it's an episode that I do remember quite a bit of, at least for the first part, and majority of the second part. And I immediately knew that the Doctor was going to do the cool thing of appearing in the box when it opened, which was quite cool and see what happened. And obviously, had the right musical cue accompanying it of the 12th Doctor's theme. So that's fun. And yeah. It's just an overall great episode, I can't lie. Yeah, my review of Doctor Who, Series 9, Episode 4, Before the Flood. And yeah, coming up now to review of Doctor Who, Series 9, Episode 5, The Girl Who Died, coming at you right about now. Right, so Doctor Who, Series 9, Episode, that's an episode, right? Episode 5, The Girl Who Died. Now, my favourite aspect of this episode is the fact that it's referenced, and we actually do see clips of the 10th Doctor saving Caecilius in the fires of Pompeii, which is obviously reference to the fact that Peter Capaldi was Caecilius in that episode. And it's obviously that whole sequence where the Doctor realises why he chose the face of Peter Capaldi. Is really sick. I like that kind of thing, to see him realise why he chose that face, because it's the face of the person he saved. That's really quite a cool callback, and I think a great way to explain why that face was chosen. It's a fantastically cool way to do it, and I think it's sick. Another thing is also famous British actor Czech Maisie Williams is in this episode. She's also in the subsequent episode of Lived as well. But yeah, like I said, as a whole, I think I like the set design and use of location filming throughout these past two series, Series 8 and 9, have been absolutely fantastic, and it's really cool. Obviously, there's some moments where it's obvious that there are green screen use in a few episodes, like Magician's Apprentice, which is familiar, that kind of stuff. But the use of location filming for stuff like Before the Flood and The Girl Who Died, specifically, and other episodes, is really quite cool to see the location filming being used to its fullest extent in the Doctor Who universe. But yeah, like I said, Clara is on top form here as well. She is definitely the one who pushes the Doctor to save everyone. And I think that's a fantastic thing to see happen. I think, like I said, Clara's always been a fantastic character to me. And here is one of those better performances by her, I can't lie. And like I said, my God's music is on top form again. It's interesting to see the 12th Doctor in another dilemma where we don't usually see him in the way we see him here, and I think that's really quite cool, personally, to see him like that. And yeah, it's just an overall fantastic episode, I can't lie to you. But yeah, it's just like I like the Viking setting, is quite cool as well. I think that's fun. The whole false Odin thing is quite cool. We never really fully get an explanation as to how that villain... I mean, it's not needed, but I think it's quite cool. But yeah, it's just an overall fun episode that I quite enjoy. Like I said, I love the callback to Caecilius in the Fires of Pompeii here, which is fantastic. And to see why the Doctor chose that face is also really, really cool. Like I said, I think it's a fantastic callback to all of that. Like I said, all the characters in Series 9 has always been special to me, so will Series 8, but these two series are probably my two favourite series behind 11 and 12, but I think these two are superior to Series 11 and 12 for just reasons that I feel like scripts, location, sets, music, acting is all just a notch slightly higher. Slightly, not by much, because everyone does fantastically in Series 11 and 12, but just a little bit higher here. And I cannot wait I genuinely am so excited to talk about Series 11 and 12. Honest to God, I cannot wait to talk about them. And like I said, I'm still in the position of thinking, shall I do Series 10 or not? I probably will still do it, because it's an interesting experiment. But like I said, it's that one series that bridges the gap between what I have seen and what I have seen. What I did, bridges the gap between the Series 8 and 9 that I remember watching and the series 11 and 12 that I also remember watching is that one series, because there's obviously a number between 9 and 11, which is 9, 11. But yeah, like I said, I think the girl who died is a really fantastic and enjoyable episode. Maisie Williams is a fantastic actress, and it's great to see her in Doctor Who in a great role, alongside Peter Capaldi, and her alongside Jenna Coleman in several of the parts of the episode is fantastic too. And yeah, overall it's just a really fun experience, and yeah, that is my view of Doctor Who Series 9 Episode 5, The Girl Who Died. Coming out my view of Doctor Who Series 9 Episode 6, The Woman Who Lived, coming at you right about now. So, Doctor Who Series 9 Episode 6, The Woman Who Lived. Now, I can't lie to you, I think this episode is refreshing. Now, I don't hate Clara, but I'm intrigued by an episode without Clara and the moral dilemma between between Maisie Williams' character was saying to the fucking name of his and my goddamn screen. I think it's just a fantastic dilemma between the two of them, and the line. That's why I feel like there is really no villain in this story. It's just to do with them two and their moral dilemma, and I think that's a fantastic way to tell a story, and it's a very fucking well told story. And sure, Clara appears at the end, but to me, it's mainly an episode that doesn't involve Clara, and that's a good. It's not like I'm saying like, oh, I don't want Clara to be there, but I'm saying it's nice to experiment with things like this, and it's quite cool. But as a whole, it's an episode that I think is quite cool. Like I said, the whole moral dilemma was really well thought out and structured here. And I think, 12 is definitely on at some of his best in this episode, with the way he reacts to certain stuff and says certain things is fantastic. And Marigold's music is always fantastic. And yeah, I suppose it's just an overall quite enjoyable episode with some great, like I said, it's great use of location filming, and the sets are fantastic. As with Series 8 and 9, the sets are always fantastic. But yeah, it's just a fantastic episode. I can't lie to you. It's like, I like the dilemma between the two of them, and I think Maisie Williams' character is quite good here. I can't remember the character's name, so leave me alone. But I think her character is quite good here, and I'm very intrigued and very sort of well plotted out and scripted here, and I think that's fantastic. And like I said, it's just an all-round brilliant episode, and I can't lie to you when I say that. It's quite fun. Marigold's music is fantastic. The use of the location filming again is good. The sets are fantastic design. The old house, the Victorian house, that's pretty sick. Not Victorian, but you know what I mean. The house is cool. It's just all fantastic, really. It's a great episode, I can't lie. Yeah, it's all around a fantastic episode. I can't lie to you there. It's really cool. I think that was the last episode, so I can't really talk about that now. But yeah, it's just an all round fantastic episode. So yeah, it's an all round fantastic episode. Yeah, it's just an all-round fantastic episode. But yeah, it's an all-round just a very enjoyable episode. I have to admit, I think the whole Highwayman and the Nightmare thing was cool. Shielder, that's it. But yeah, it's just a fantastic episode. I thoroughly enjoy it. I think Capaldi's on top form here as well. And yeah, this has been my review of Doctor Who Series 9 Episode 6, The Woman Who Lived. Yeah, enjoy. Comment now as my review of Doctor Who Series 9 Episode 7, The Zygon Invasion. Coming to you screens right about now. Right, so Doctor Who, Series 9, Episode 7, the Zygon Invasion. Now, for you, it's been literally seconds since I last spoke words about Doctor Who, but for me, it's been in quite some time. I can't lie. This series has been one where, as much I do love it, don't get me wrong, I'm not in this state because I don't like this series or something like that, but I'm in this state because, you know, it's been long. I can't lie. So the 23rd of August was the last time I recorded a segment for this video, and it's currently the 29th of August. So, like I said, this review has been the one with the most date changes because, you know, it's just mad. I can't lie. But yeah, it's just, this has been the most frantic, you know, couple of weeks for me, and mentally as well, deciding whether I wanted to continue doing Doctor Who was something, you know, to the point where literally today I came to the conclusion that I'm going to finish Series 9, then I'm going to shelf Doctor Who's Series 10 through 12 for a later date, because I wanted to do some movie reviews. But now I've got back into watching Doctor Who again, this episode, I feel like I might as well fucking finish it. I've just been in a constant limbo state of thinking, do I finish it, do I not? And obviously with my birthday was around the corner, I thought I would take a bit, you know, longer off, because, you know, I'm going away. This next week is going to be really busy for me, so I'm trying to get Series 9 done over the next 2 days, so I can actually, you know, enjoy my week off, enjoy my birthday week while I well, obviously that's not going to happen, unfortunately, but I'm just saying, anyway, if you want to see more of me in a regular format, Twitch, I'm there streaming most days now, playing the classic Sonic games. I've already completed Sonic 1, we're fast, we're currently, you know, getting through Sonic 2 at the moment, so if you want to see that, come check that out. Streaming the classic Sonic games, Sonic 1, 2, 3 Knuckles, CD, and Mania, so come check that out while we stream those games. And yeah, but yeah, this is Doctor Who Series 9, Episode 7, The Zygon Invasion. And yeah, I think it's an episode for me that I don't remember personally watching when it first aired. I'm sure I did, but I don't remember it as much as other episodes of this series. But it's one that I think has very high stakes, and it's also cool to see the Zygons back as well, who, you know, for their introduction into New Who, it was actually Day of the Doctor, so interesting episode to pick. For that. Oh, fucking. But yeah, I think as a whole, it's an episode that upon watching it now, I mean, I think Osgood is a fantastic character. It's cool to see Clara. I really think that Jenna Coleman really gave it a all, portraying the Zygon towards the end of the episode. And I think that's really cool to see her do something different to just being Clara. I think it's really sick and really quite cool to see her act like that. It shows off her acting skills are not just be Clara and look pretty on the screen. She can also, you know, act very well. And I think that's fantastic to see, you know, with the point that she can do that. And also Peter Capaldi, obviously being a big fan of Doctor Who and Classic Who as a whole, was very excited to have the Zygons back in Who in an episode for him. So if you wonder why there's a lot more referencing to Classic Who in the Peter Capaldi era, it's because of, well, Peter Capaldi, because, you know, he wanted to come so much in to do the Brigadier and all that, and, you know. But yeah, like I said, it's an episode for me that I think its climax is fun, its premise is interesting with the Zygons. Obviously, it's weird because the opening of this episode shows us scenes from Day of the Doctor overlaid with the 12th Doctor's theme, and it just feels weird to have that occurring, you know? It's just very weird, I can't lie. But yeah, it's just an episode that you know, it's just, well, paced. I think music, Marigold's music is top form again. I think, like I said, the actors here are fantastic. It's cool to see Osgood and Kate Lethbridge do it back again. They're both fantastic. Obviously, I personally prefer Osgood over Kate, but I still think all of them are just fantastic. And yeah, it's just a quite well paced episode for me. Like I said, it was just getting really used to it because I hadn't watched it previously when the series first aired, that I remember at least. But yeah. It's just really getting used to that episode again, which is fun, and I think, you know, it's just a fantastic, like, all-rounder. I think it's cool to see the Zygons back as always, and I think it's just well fleshed out, well paced. I quite enjoy it personally, so, you know, I thought it was quite fun. And 12 is on top form, albeit a bit different in some points, but still quite fun. And yeah, that's the Zygon Invasion for me. It's been my review of Doctor Who Series 9 Episode 7, the Zygon Invasion. Currently as my review of Doctor Who Series 9 Episode 8, the Zygon Inversion, I believe. Is that what it's called? I don't actually know. Why am I on Series 7? Yeah, the Zygon Inversion. But yeah, that's that. And coming out as well with Doctor Who Series 9 Episode 8, the Zygon Inversion, coming at you right about now. Right, so Doctor Who Series 9 Episode 8, the Zygon Inversion. Now, I can't lie to you when I think this is probably one of the best episodes for the 12th Doctor as a whole. Before we start, I just want to mention that there's a few Easter eggs in a couple of shots, other than obviously Osgood wearing both the 7th Doctor's question mark collars and the 4th Doctor's iconic scarf, but also the 7th Doctor's shirt. Or was it the 5th? It might have been the 7th. One of the Doctors, oh no, that's not the 7th Doctor with the things. It's the 5th Doctor. I can't. One of the Doctor's nice collars with the question marks on it, but also the 7th Doctor's shirt with the question marks on it is seen in the background of a shot in the Black Archive, and not in the Black Archive, in the place where, yeah, no, the Black Archive, no, not the Black Archive, and then also when the clone of Clara, the Bonnie, she's called in this episode, opens the safe that has the computer telling you about the Osgood boxes. She opens it for a painting of First Doctor Bill Hartnell, so that's a nice little Easter egg. But I think two actors here. In fact, a lot of the actors have a stand-up performance here, but obviously I think it's really down to Jenna Coleman and Peter Capaldi for their absolutely fantastic performances in, you know, this episode. They both give fantastic performances. Obviously Jenna Coleman having to play two different characters, Clara, and then also Bonnie, or the Zygon. Call her Bonnie for the sake of this, which is really, obviously, both performances that are fantastic from her, and she does a fantastic job of playing both. And I imagine it must have been an interesting episode to shoot, I should imagine. But yeah, she still does a fantastic job of playing both, and obviously the biggest shout out goes to the 12th Doctor, whose speech towards the end of this episode is, without a doubt, one of the greatest Doctor Who speeches of all time, and I think it is one of the single best Doctor Who speech of all time, making this episode one of the best of New Who. That speech is so brilliant, and to hear him really go and start talking about the Time War and what he did, and, you know, references to the Day of the Doctor and that, is fantastic. So, like I said, it's just an absolutely fantastic episode of New Who. It is one of my favourites, I can't lie. I think it's a fantastic episode. Like I said, Murdoch's music is fantastic. You know, Jenna Coleman's performance as Clara and Bonnie. Also, I want to give big props out to Ingrid Oliver, who portrays the Osgoods. And Osgood is a character, she's absolutely fucking fantastic. She's a brilliant character, she's really funny, she's great. Osgood's one of the best characters in New Who, and I hope she returns soon, but I don't know. Apparently Una's going to be in Series 13, we'll see where that goes, who fucking knows. But yeah, it's just an overall, genuinely not a hidden gem, because everyone knows it's fantastic. It is a fucking fantastic episode of New Who. It has some great moments in it, I can't lie. Like I said, the 12th Doctor speech at the end is absolutely fucking fantastic. And yeah, it is one of the better episodes of the 12th Doctor's era. I can't lie, it's fantastic. But yeah, this has been my review of Doctor Who Series 9, Episode 8, the Zygon Inversion. Come on, now it's my review of Doctor Who Series Series 9, Episode 9, Sleep No More. We've not got many episodes left. I'm hoping to get this done by the end of this evening, but I don't know. Yeah, coming out is Face. Sorry, no, it's Sleep No More. Yeah, Sleep No More. Now. Right, so Doctor Who series motherfucking. Oh, buddy. Series 9, Episode 9, Sleep No More. I can't lie, this episode bores me the fuck to death, so I'm not going to talk about it for too long. I genuinely wrote a review during this episode, and it's like a paragraph long, and I wrote a review because I was so bored. Get that, by the way, on the letterbox, you know, the review of the Candyman. Just go check that shit out. But yeah, aside from that, this episode, not gonna lie, it's unique in that it doesn't have the Doctor Who intro in it, you know, it doesn't have that in it. But it's also written by Mark Gatiss, so I've got to give it some props for being written by someone who I think is a genuinely talented writer. This ain't it, Chief. That's all I've got to say. This just ain't it, Chief. But I just think that it just isn't as... I like the idea of it being a found footage thing, but then also it's not towards the end. You find out it kind of is, it kind of isn't. I think that's cool. But I think as a whole, it's just... It doesn't really work for me. It doesn't pace itself out properly. It doesn't set itself up properly, in my opinion. And I think there's a lot left to be desired when it comes to, you know, just that whole thing. There's a lot left to be desired with it, and I think it left a lot of that out, and it definitely could have worked on those moments where it felt like it needed more, you know, oomph to it. Can't lie. And yeah, it's just overall something that I personally think could use improvement all around it. And, you know, it's not the best episode, never will be. But, yeah, I just think as a whole, it's one that it's not the best. I can't lie. It's not there for me. I'm sorry. And yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say regarding this episode. So yeah, this is my review of Doctor Who Series 9, Episode 9, Sleep No More. Coming up now is the finale for Clara. Face the Raven. Yeah, my review of Doctor Who Series 9, Episode 10, Face the Raven. We have 3 episodes left, and you know, this is 47. Episode is 54 minutes. Hellbent is 60 minutes, and then obviously Husband of River Song is 56, and Turn of Doctor Mysterio is 60 minutes. So, you know, it's going to be an interesting set of episodes, but we'll get through them quickly. And yeah, this is my review of Doctor Who Series 9, Episode 9, Sleep No More. Coming now is my review of Doctor Who Series 9, Episode 10, Face the Raven. Coming at you right about now. Can't lie. Gonna be sick. So, Doctor Who Series 9, Episode, I believe it's 10. Face the Raven. Now, obviously this is the end for Clara, as you would know if you've seen the episode and stuff like that. But it's an interesting ending for Clara, because it didn't feel like the others where there was truly an emotional stake, like it was with Amy and Rory, or Donna, or Rose. I'm leaving out Martha because there was no end. She decided to leave. So I mean, sure, there was still a amount of emotion there, but it wasn't as high as it was with Rose in Doomsday, with Donna in Journey's End, and with Amy and Rory in The Angels Take Manhattan. I think here it went out the way that I think Clara should have gone out, which is why I think it works for Clara, and it wouldn't have worked for Amy, Rory, Donna, Rose, any of those people. But it just feels like there was an easier way around it. But I think seeing her sacrifice herself for Wiggsy is just something that is really true to her character, sacrificing herself for the good and stuff. And although it was her plan to sort of just have it, you know, change, I still think as a whole it's an episode that's fantastic. I think the whole Alien Street thing, Ashilda being back again, that's a really cool concept. The famous British actor check with Letitia Wright playing a character in this, who is better known as Shuri in Black Panther and Avengers Infinity War and Avengers Endgame. So you know, she's known as that. But here she plays the daughter of one of the characters. But yeah, like I said, it's a fantastically fun and enjoyable episode. I can't lie when I say to you, I do enjoy it. It is fantastic. It's great. Like I said, overall as a whole, I like the street thing. I like seeing Ashilda back again. I think it really builds up to that finale with some really great Marigold music, and the way it builds and builds and builds and builds, and then after Clara dies, he really starts to just sort of get pissed off at Ashilda. And he says that when Clara was talking about revenge, she wasn't referring to the Doctor, she was referring to Ashilda. Which, you could interpret that as that's what she was doing, yeah. But yeah, like I said, it's also cool to see Rigsy back again. After last appearing in the Series A episode. And I think him reappearing during the end of Clara, I think it was a deliberate... not ploy, but it was a deliberate part on the writer's hand of giving someone that obviously we know Clara cared quite a bit about, and you know was quite nice to oppose the Doctor, and giving her life in favour of someone that the audience knew, instead of it just being a random person on the street. Having it be Rigsy meant it had an extra layer of importance to it, you know. And I think it's done well. That wasn't me getting emotional about it, it was just me yawning. But yeah, it's just done quite well. The set design in this episode is fantastic with the street. And yeah, it obviously leaves us with the final 4 episodes of Series 9. The finale 2-parter, and then the Christmas special 2015 and the Christmas special 2016. With the Doctor on his own until we reunite with him at the beginning of Series 10 with Bill Potts. But like I said, I barely know anything about that. So I haven't seen that series yet, so we'll get there. But yeah, this has been my review of Doctor Who Series 9, Episode 10, Face the Raven. Coming up now is my review of Doctor Who Series 9, Episode 11, Heaven Sent. Coming up right now. So, Doctor Who Series 9, Episode 11, Heaven Sent. Now, I'm going to be quite frank with you here. I hate this episode. I think it's boring. I think it's stretched out. I think there's no substance to it. There's no enjoyment in it. It's just boring. That's my opinion. You can like it, you can love it. I don't care. You have your opinion, that's fine. If you find enjoyment in this episode, that's perfectly fine. Good for you. I'm happy that you're able to find some enjoyment in this. But for me personally, it's not my kind of thing. I'm not going to hate on anybody who likes it either. I'm not going to say, oh, you're a fucking idiot because you don't like this episode. If you like this episode, that's fine. But for me, it just doesn't sit well with me at all. The only redeeming factor is there's a track played towards the end on the soundtrack album. It's called The Shepherd's Boy, and obviously it's reused at the end of Twice Upon a Time for the 12th Doctor's Regeneration. I generally thought it was in Hellbent, but it's from Heaven Sent, and it's the only redeemable factor of this episode. I think the rest of it's just horrible. It's boring. It's a stain on Series 9 if you ask me. It's boring. It's just slow paced. The ending is completely confusing and just makes no fucking sense and just doesn't need to be a thing. It's slow paced. It's horribly written. The music, like I said, the music is the only good part about it. But even still, I give it, the sets are nice as always, and the costume design is cool, I guess. But 54 minutes is way too long for this shit. I can't lie. So why the fuck would you do that to yourself? Just why? Why the fuck would you do that? That's fucking stupid. You fucking idiot. Anyway, this has been my review of Doctor Who Series 9, Episode 11, Heaven Sent. Coming now is my review of Doctor Who Series 9, Episode 12, Hellbent, and an actually good episode followed by what is quite possibly one of, if not my singular favourite Doctor Who Christmas special of all time, closely up there with the Christmas Carol, if not above it, The Husbands of Riversong. But yeah, up next is Hellbent, so you enjoy that shit coming in your face. What about fucking now? Hellbent review coming at you now. Right, so Doctor Who Series 9 episode, what is it? 12? Hellbent. Now, I really like this episode. I think it's really well paced. Obviously, it's a longer episode, it being, exactly an hour long. Means it has more time to flesh itself out, and I think it's great to see Clara back again after her being literally mostly like 99% absent from the last episode. There's one single shot where her face is there, but other than that, she's not there. But here, I also feel like as much as Face the Raven was truly the end for Clara, I suppose with this episode, it sort of tries to tell you that she's still out there. There's a few companions that do live on, and well, Clara is in fact one of those who probably had a better end than most other companions, to the point where I'm not quite sure why he didn't just go and find her at the beginning of Series 10. I've got no idea, and how he still, and also not got no idea, and it's explained during Series 10 how he remembers her at the at the end of Twice Upon a Time. But still, like I said, Hellbent is just really fun. It's cool to see Gallifrey and the Time Lords, the General, Rassilon again, the President, who's credited as the President in the credits of the episode. But also, I think the General's generation into, well, General again, but still, that's a pretty cool thing to see happen. I think it's a great episode for 12. It's a great episode for Clara as well, to show all the acting talents. It's great to see Maisie Williams back again as a Shielder once again. Fantastic. I think it's the final time she portrays a Shielder. But yeah, they all give fantastic performances. I think it's really cool to see him back on Gallifrey again, and that all discovered. And I think, like I said, it's very well fleshed out. It's very well done. I really quite enjoy this episode. I think it's really fun, and I think it's very well fleshed out. And yeah, it's just an all-round fun fest. Mygar's music is again on top form, as it always is, and yeah, it's just overall an episode that it's just fantastic, really. I think, as a whole, it's a movie, it's not a movie, TV show. But I think Stephen Moffat did a great job writing this episode, and I think as much as a lot of people have their opinions of the 13th Doctor and her series, of which, by the way, I can't wait to get to, because I'm so eager to get to it. Just as I finished Hellbent, I literally put on The Woman Who Fell to Earth, and it made me just cannot wait to get to Series 11. I know we've still got one series in between, that series that I haven't seen yet being Series 11, so it's Series 10, and I still don't know whether I'll actually do Series 10 or just skip straight to Series 11. I don't know. I'm probably will end up doing Series 10, but it's just a series that, and like I said, it just feels, compared to Series 8 and 9, I guess to me personally, it always just feels remarkably different. And that's not just because I had seen these two and I haven't seen the other one, it's because genuinely there was a year in between Series 9 and Series 10, because Series 9 aired in 2015, but Series 10 was in 2017, so there was a whole year in between. Obviously there was a Christmas special in 2016, the Return of Dr. Mysterio, but I do remember thinking it was a bit sad there wasn't the series in 2016, but I suppose you win some, you lose some. But yeah, it's just an all-round fun episode. And yeah, coming up next in my review of Doctor Who Series 9, episode 13, Christmas Special 1, Series 9, The Husbands of Riversong, quite possibly my single favourite Christmas special of Doctor Who time. But yeah, it's been my review of Doctor Who Series 9, Episode 12, Hellbent. Coming up next in my review of Doctor Who Series 9, Episode 13, The Husbands of Riversong. Coming up right about now. Yo, it's your boy back with another review of Doctor Who Series 9, Episode 13, the husbands of River Song. Now, the Husbands of River Song is, like I've previously mentioned, one of, if not my single favourite Christmas special, Doctor Christmas special of all time. I genuinely think it's one of the most entertaining Christmas specials of Doctor Who history. You know, it is genuinely so fucking good. And as much as the next episode we got up, the Return of Doctor Mysterio, I haven't seen it in a while, so I don't remember much of it. But I do remember Husbands of River Song very fucking well. And I can't lie, it's a fantastic episode. Everything from having River Song to introducing Nardile to, you know, really continuing what was set up all the way back in River's first appearance in the library, in the Science of the Library episode, with the 10th Doctor. Because obviously this ties that up with the ending. Obviously them on the having a meal on Darium with the singing towers, and then what happens after that, we know what happens after that for River. So it sort of wrapped up River's story quite nicely, because it ties everything back up. So now that's the end of River's story. There's still some stuff that we haven't seen, which could be addressed in the future, but who knows? I doubt it will be, because this is as far as the, you know, River's knowledge of the Doctor goes, and obviously she doesn't know that the Doctor is now female, so obviously that would play into the whole, if they do bring back River, it would probably be with the 14th Doctor, and even still, we don't know. But yeah, like I said, Nardile, played by Matt Lucas, fantastic character. It's also great to think that both David Walliams and Matt Lucas have played characters in Doctor Who, albeit Matt Lucas has had a bit more of a legacy than David Walliams is, but obviously it's still great to see both these fantastic British actors and writers in Doctor Who. And like I said, seeing River again is fantastic, and I do like the comedy value almost of it, of the River not recognising the Doctor. And there's a nice little Easter egg where River pulls out a thing in her wallet that has all the pictures of the Doctor's previous faces, which is really quite a cool little Easter egg. I love that. I think it's kind of sick to see that. But yeah, it's famous British actor check. Twice we have obviously Matt Lucas as Nardile, and then we have Greg Davis as King Hydroflax. Another great performance in this episode, which makes this episode, like I said, one of the best of New Who, one of the best Christmas specials ever, if not my personal favourite Christmas special of all time of Doctor Who. But yeah, it's just fantastic storytelling, fantastically wrapping up with the story. It's just an overall fantastic episode, I can't lie. It's and obviously all leading up to the end where the Doctor gives River her sonic screwdriver, so on and so forth. And I think it's just fantastic to see how far the character of River's come from the start to the end, which weren't too far off in timeline order, because the start, the first time we see her, is in Forest of the Library, but this is the last time we see her, which takes place shortly before. So in River's timeline, this is the next time she sees the Doctor will be the Science of the Library episode of Doctor Who. But for the Doctor, this is that's how it works. For the Doctor, it's the first time that he meets her, but for River, it's the last. It's a great story. I think the whole character of River Song has been fantastic from start to finish. To have a character that's so much, foreshadowed like that and stuff, it's fantastic to see. And obviously there's reference to the last time we saw River, which was in the Angels Take Manhattan episode. But yeah, like I said, the whole episode's fantastic. The set designs are brilliant. The use of location filming for not much of this episode is cool. Like I said, written by Stephen Moffat, so it's always going to be a fun episode. And I genuinely just think it's one of the top tier episodes of Doctor Who ever made. And I can't lie to you when I say that. It is genuinely fucking fantastic. It's amazing. And yeah, that's just been, overall my thoughts and feels on The Husbands of River Song. We're really coming to the very, very end of Series 9 now. We're at the last episode, which means I'm going to consider either just doing Series 10 or not. And if I do Series 10, I'll probably let you know when I'm recording the next episode, and it'll obviously be a bit delayed until at least after the 3rd or something in September. But this video should be going up today, the 30th of September, 2021. But yeah, in my review of Doctor Who, Series 9, Episode 13, The Husbands of Riversong. Yeah. Coming now to my review of Doctor Who, Series 9, Episode 14. Yes, that's right, 14. The Return of Dr. Mysterio. Yeah, come on up now. Right, so Doctor Who, Series 9, Episode 14, The Return of Dr. Mysterio. Now, I can't lie, going back into this episode, I hadn't seen it since it was originally broadcast in 2016, and hell, I don't even remember if I did watch it when it broadcast. I feel like I did, but like, I can't remember those certain kind of things. But still, going back into this episode, I actually had, like, unlike The Husbands of Riversong, where I pretty much knew the whole episode and what was going to happen, I have fond memories of that episode. I barely knew anything about this episode, and I completely forgot what it was all about, so it was almost like going in it fresh again. But rewatching it, I did find myself enjoying it quite a lot. I think the plot's quite cool. I think the Doctor being Dr. Mysterio thing is pretty sick as well, I can't lie. And then the Ghost, the superhero, the Ghost, that's kind of cool as well. It's really great to see Nardole back as well. Obviously, Nardole being first introduced in Husbands of Riversong and bowing out at the end of Twice Upon a Time is just pretty fucking cool, I can't lie. But as a whole, it's cool to see the flashbacks between him as a child, him as an adolescent, and then him as an adult for the character of the Ghost, or I can't remember his Grant, that's it, character of Grant / the Ghost, which is kind of sick, I can't lie. It's interesting to see Doctor Who in an American setting, which is something usually preserved for episodes to take place in the deep past, say, you know, like Daleks in Manhattan and stuff like that, but here it's obviously set in modern day America, modern day New York, so it's very unusual to me. Not that I don't think America's a horrible place, but it's very different to where Doctor Who is usually taking place, and I think 12's on top form here as he always is. Nardole was fantastically fucking brilliant, I can't lie. But yeah, as a whole, it's an episode that I think is a lot to be desired in a lot of places, but it still acts as if it knows what it's doing, which is bonus, I suppose, because it does know what it's doing in a lot of places. But I still think that it means that pacing wise there could have been some adjustments, and yeah, I think as a whole it's cool to see the guy that opens his head at the end of in Husbands of Riversong, those kind of characters return here. And I honestly think the story is less about the alien threat and more about the story between Grant and the Doctor, which is, I think, an interesting take on a Doctor Who story. But yeah, like I said, it's just a fantastic episode, and as a whole, I thoroughly enjoy it. I can't lie, I think there's room for improvement, definitely, but that's to be said for all episodes of Doctor Who, except for the very, very rare few. But even still, it just remains to be said that, you know, as I said, this series and Series 8 have always been so well shot and visually are fantastic. But, you know, there's still a lot left to be desired in a lot of the episodes, I can't lie. And while stuff like Heaven's... Yeah, I don't want to get it wrong, because if I get it wrong, people are going to hate me. So I want to get it 100% right. Anyway, ooh, yeah, Heaven Sent being absolutely terrible, but stuff like, you know, Husbands of Riversong and this to an extent are fairly fantastic episodes. I can't deny that this episode is nowhere near on the same level of the Husbands of Riversong. It is never gonna be, but I still think it's a decent, enjoyable time, and as a whole, I think it does add a lot to the Doctor Who, you know, character of the 12th Doctor, and it's great to see Nardole built up a bit. Obviously, Nardole is a character who obviously in Series 10 plays a much bigger part, but it's cool to see him here. Matt Lucas is a fantastic actor, and does a fantastic portrayal of Nardole in all the episodes he's in. I do think Nardo was really funny. I can't lie. But yeah, obviously with this being the end of Series 9, we're venturing into new territory for me with Series 10. So it's going to be an interesting ride. I've been waiting a long time to get around to Series 10, and to finally be on that doorstep, but still far enough away, is an interesting thing. But we'll get to Series 10. Trust me, we will. But yeah, for now we're going to be talking about what's left of Series 9. Not what's left of Series 9, but we're talking about Series 9 as a whole. Now we're going to be just going through the episodes, what my opinion of the episodes, my rating of each episode, and my overall rating of the series. So we've got, ignoring the new series prologue because it's relevant, but the Magician's Apprentice, that's definitely a 9. Witches Familiar, 9. Under the Lake, I'm going to give that a 9, and I'm also going to give Before the Flood a 9 as well, because I very much enjoyed them. The Girl Who Died, that's probably a 9 too. The Woman, no, I think The Girl Who Died is probably an 8.5, I can't lie. The Woman Who Lived, an 8.5 too. The Zygon Invasion is a solid 9, but the Zygon Inversion is a 10 in my opinion. Sleep No More, hey, that's definitely like a 4 or a 5. It was so terrible. Face the Raven, that's a solid 9 as well. Heaven Sent, fucking 4. Hate that episode. Hellbent, that's a solid ass 9. And The Husbands of Riversong is a 10. And The Return of Dr. Mysterio, an 8. So overall, an interesting series to say the least, but judging the whole series as a whole, I'm going to give Series 9, taking into every episode into account, including the bad ones and the good ones, the really bad ones and the really good ones. But as a whole, I'm going to give Series 9 an 8, because while a good chunk of it, most of the episodes are really good. The Magician's Apprentice, Witches Familiar, Under the Lake, Before the Flood, Girl Who Died, Woman Who Lives, Zygon Invasion, Zygon Inversion, Face the Raven, Hellbent, and The Husbands of Riversong, and The Doctor, and The Return of Dr. Mysterio are all absolutely fantastic episodes, but they're just those literally two episodes where it brings the series down, being Sleep No More and Heaven Sent. And I think as a whole, the series is a decent one. It's a very one I remember. It's one that I actually don't remember like as much as Series 8, because like with Series 8 I think I can remember almost all the episodes of this series, with the exception maybe being Kill the Moon, but even still I remember a chunk of that. But with Series 9 I remember Magician's Apprentice, which is familiar. I remember Under the Lake and Before the Flood, and I remember Face the Raven and Husbands of Riversong, and to an extent Hellbent, but the rest I don't remember watching when they first came out, to be fair, which is unusual, but which is weird because then it means I've split the series up in some interesting parts. But it's good to see it again, and all the episodes I do remember, like the opening 2 parts and stuff like that, are brilliant episodes of New Who, I can't lie. And obviously I am very much looking forward to Series 10, but I don't know how I'm going to feel about it, so I'm anxious and also excited as well. But what I really can't wait to share with you personally is my thoughts and feels on Series 11 and 12, as I think I'll be talking a lot more and a lot better about these two series, because obviously not only the most recent series, they're series that I have much better memories of because they're more recent. So I think there's a lot more to say with those two series, and that's not because Chibnall is terrible, Jodie is bad. It's because I have my opinion, I want to share it, and I think it's, if you do hate Chibnall, that's fine, you can do you. Personally, I think he was just doing his job. I don't think he was someone who didn't care about the show like I've seen people say. I think he was someone that did care about it, but maybe didn't go about it in exactly the right way. I just, honestly, I'll probably talk about it more in the Series 11 review, but I feel a bit bad for Chibnall, all the hate he's getting, and he seems like, when I was watching the Doctor Who panel, he seems like he's just trying to do his best, and I think I feel sorry for the guy who must be reading all those people saying he's horrible and praising when he decided to leave, and I just feel like no one should deserve that much amount of hate. Even, I don't think it's fair to say that much about him, especially in a public forum. It's not nice to blame someone like that, and I'm sure it's affected him in some way or the other, which is horrible to think about it. But yeah, I'm going off topic. Coming very, very soon to the channel is Doctor Who Series 10 review. I am, oh, for fuck's sake, go away, Epic Games. I'm definitely intrigued to get to it. I still don't 100% know if I am going to cover Series 10 or I'll just skip straight to Series 11. I think I will cover Series 10, but it's going to obviously be more time before I get other reviews out. I am planning on recording another review today to be put out directly after the Series 12 review has gone live, which should be in a while time, but I'm hoping maybe just to see how it works again. So yeah, but this has been my review of Doctor Who Series 9. Thank you so much for watching. This has been one of the longest reviews it's taken to make. This one has been the longest time, obviously, because the episodes have been, like, recording has been all up and down, because I've been in a, not existential crisis, but in an intriguing state of mind. Obviously, this whole journey of Series 9 began, all the way on the, the 22nd of August, and it's now the 30th, so it's been quite some time for me. Not the longest gaps of time it's been, but it's definitely been something interesting, and unlike the other times, I've definitely been in a sense of I don't know how to continue this if I want to do it. So it's been fantastic for all of you people to stick around. I hope you enjoyed the video, and yeah, more reviews coming soon, more Twitch coming, definitely doing Twitch again today, the 30th of August, when this video is going up, so stay tuned for that if you really want to watch Best Sonic 2 again and fail. But yeah, have a wonderful day, and bye bye for now.